What adversity are you facing right now, and how is it shaping your purpose? Are you mad? Are you upset? Are you super frustrated? Are you stressed out? Are you just like, I'm over it, I'm done? Or are you looking for God in your difficulty? For me, when I face difficulty, generally my emotions come out pretty strong in the very beginning. I may not be saying anything, I may not be doing anything, but I'm feeling it on the inside. And a lot of times in those moments, I don't feel great. It's hard to look straight to God in the midst of difficulties. A lot of times I'm freaking out. I'm generally calling one of my best friends and talking to them about it. Like, you would not believe what happened at work today. You would not believe what such and such said to me. You would not believe this particular situation. And then we go round and round and we're trying to figure out what's going on. Hello and welcome back to day 3 of 30 Days of Purpose. I'm so excited that you are here today to join me on the topic that we're going to be talking about today. My name is Letitia Iona. I am a faith-based woman's life coach, and I teach women how to thrive, not just survive in the midst of life's challenges. So today we are going to be talking about adversity. And one of the things about adversity that is so important is that adversity can either break you or build you. And I believe that when difficult things are going on in your life, it is in those moments that you find God and God grows your faith and He will strengthen you towards your purpose. Because that's what we're talking about, purpose. Today, I want to challenge you to see adversity as an opportunity to learn and grow. A lot of times when we face really difficult things, we just want to be done with it. We want to chuck it out the window. We're just like, I'm over it. I just want this difficult season or moment or situation to be over. But I want to challenge you to look for God in your difficulties and allow your difficulties to bring about strength, more faith, more trust in God. It is in the difficult moments that purpose comes out of it all the time. So I want to pose this question. What adversity are you facing right now? And how is it shaping your purpose? That's a good question, right? Are you mad? Are you upset? Are you super frustrated? Are you stressed out? Are you just like, I'm over it, I'm done? Or are you looking for God in your difficulty? For me, when I face difficulty, generally my emotions come out pretty strong in the very beginning. I may not be saying anything, I may not be doing anything, but I'm feeling it on the inside. And a lot of times in those moments, I don't feel great. It's hard to look straight to God in the midst of difficulties. A lot of times I'm freaking out. I'm generally calling one of my best friends and talking to them about it. Like, you would not believe what happened at work today. You would not believe what such and such said to me. You would not believe this particular situation. And then we go round and round and we're trying to figure out what's going on. Now, one of the pluses to sharing your difficulty is you're going to get a different perspective. I know when I call my best friends and I tell them, hey, such and such is going on in my life, maybe I ask them for prayer or just advice or wisdom on what to do. A lot of times they see my situation a little differently. And I think, oh, well, I didn't see it that way. Well, I didn't think about that. I am reminded of a time when I was about to be in between jobs. I had been doing this one particular job for a year as a long-term sub. It was a blessing. It was the job that got me out to Tennessee. You know, the building that I worked in, there was a high school on this side and a middle school on the other side. My son went to the high school. My daughter went to the middle school. We were together. We went to school together. We came home together. I loved my boss. I loved the teachers. Well, at the end of the year, I wasn't sure if I was going to come back. I was ready to move on to something else that I really wanted to do. And so I went ahead, decided to come back the following year. I hadn't found anything. I went back and I was given a long term position that I didn't want to do. It was a position that I had had before as a long term sub at the school, but deep in my heart, I really didn't want to do it. It was challenging for me. And so I posed to my boss, hey, I have done everything that you asked me to do this previous year, and now I don't want to do this particular one.
Hey, friends. If you're inspired by today's message and this 30 days of purpose, I want to invite you to check out my book. There is purpose in your pain, embracing adversity, and finding God's purpose in the midst of life's challenges. In this book, I share stories of my personal journey and the stories of others and how we found God's purpose through pain, setbacks, disappointments, and unexpected challenges, and how you can too. I'd also love to hear your story. How has this 30 days of purpose inspired you? And how has God been working in your life, even through the hard times? Let's keep this conversation going. Grab your copy of my book today at Amazon.com and join me on social media where you can share your story and we can encourage each other to keep moving forward in faith. Back to today's message, and remember, your pain is not wasted, and God has not finished writing your story.
And it became a little overwhelming. And at the time, I had only been married for about a month. And so I spoke to my husband about it, and we prayed about it and sought the Lord, and we made the decision that I could quit. Even though it was really hard and I wasn't sure what I was going to do, I really believed that God was directing me to leave. And it was scary, but we made the decision that I was going to resign. After I resigned, I had peace, but I went into kind of, I got to find another job. I got to find another job. The night that I resigned, I reached out to a dear friend of mine and asked her about schools in my town for my daughter. We were driving 45 minutes to get to work every day. Well, now that I wasn't going to be working there, I decided I was going to move my kids to school that was closer to home. So I reach out to my friend, and she encourages me to apply for a music job at her high school. I wasn't really thinking about that, but okay. So I applied. And in this particular county, when you apply for one job, it goes to all the jobs, any jobs that would apply to you. Next thing you know, I'm getting emails about jobs. English teacher, a math teacher, none of the things that I'm qualified for, but I'm getting these requests to apply for these jobs. 3 days later, I'm in Nashville and I'm driving, having a great time. And I get a call from a lady who invites me to come to her school for an interview that day. Me and my daughter were planning on visiting a new school that she was going to be going to. And so I came home, changed clothes, picked her up, and I went to this interview at this elementary school. Now, I had an idea of what the job would entail, but the lady on the phone did not really tell me what the job was about. So I get to the school, she greets me, and immediately she walks me into this room, and there are about 4 or 5 ladies sitting at a table. I sit down, and they just start peppering me with questions. And I'm like, all right, here we go. I don't even know what this job is. Now, come to find out, it was a music job. So they asked me tons of questions and I answer them to the best of my ability. So at the end of the interview, I say, well, if I don't see you again, I hope you guys have a great school year. So I walk out, my daughter's waiting in the car. We go and visit her school and we're getting a tour of her school. We get to the music room. While we're in the music room, I get a call from this lady and she tells me you're hired. Talk about adversity. Not sure what I was going to do, unhappy with my job. Took a leap of faith, believing that God was saying, go ahead and quit. 3 days later, I was hired at a job, making more money than I was at the previous job and loving my job. That is facing adversity and finding God's purpose. It took me having faith to believe that God was answering my prayer and that everything was going to be okay. So I want to ask you one more time, what adversity are you facing right now? And how is it shaping your purpose? I want to invite you back tomorrow for day 4 of 30 Days of Purpose. Let's keep encouraging each other. Go ahead and put in the comments how this time, these 30 days of purpose, is encouraging you. And also drop in the comments some adversity that you are facing right now. And how is it shaping you? How is it drawing you closer to God? How is it changing your mindset and your thinking? Are you looking for God in your adversity? If you like this video, give it a like and go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified of new videos. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.